Hello, we're here at Big Mouth Studios today. I'm Vanessa. Today I'm with Amari Mon'e, artist, singer, songwriter, poet, queen goddess. How are you, Amari?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Um,
chat.
what's been alive for you these days?
Say that again.
What's been alive for you these days? How are you
Mm.
feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm transitioning into a new school year. I'm
Mm.
transitioning into a new song coming out. It feels like a
Ooh,
new season in artistry, so I'm excited for what's to come.
that's exciting.
Hmm.
Well, in the short amount of time that I've gotten to know you, something that really stands out is your articulation.
Thank you.
And I was just wondering when you knew that you had this gift, and how have you um, worked on that?
Yeah. Funny enough, I've always been a writer,
Mm.
but in this last year, I started writing again. So there was like a good amount of time where I felt like I had writer's block and I couldn't get anything out. And I had some friends who definitely did not stop pushing me, but I have to credit it all to God to being able
Mm.
to like dive into poetry in the way that I have this last year.
Yeah.
And it was a means of songwriting. I was like, okay, I'm gonna write songs and I'm just not gonna write to any beat. And that turned into something entirely of its own. But I feel like I've gained my cadence, my flow, and like my articulation of words and feelings. That's kind of how it's been. I've just been practicing. I've been writing,
Yeah. So
getting these feelings
songwriting
out.
songwriting is new, like on the newer end?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So I've always done it collaboratively, but
Okay.
I've started doing it more so on my own,
Mm.
which has been a lot of like confidence building. But it's been cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And what does the songwriting process look like for you?
What does it look like for me? Honestly, it looks like having a overspill of emotions. Usually I have a
A crash
feeling.
out?
I have a feeling that's on my mind or on my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll write a line down and it's like the next line comes and the next line comes. Um, if I'm writing a song to a beat, I'll kind of ask myself, what does the beat make me feel like? What mood am I in? And it kind of just goes from there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thanks.
What inspires you, and when do you feel most inspired to write?
Mm. What inspires me? Other people's creations inspire me. Um, and definitely the Lord's creation to begin with, because everywhere we look around, we have beauty. I think people are so interesting because they're so different, but we're also so similar. So that always inspires me. The way someone picks up on style or a melody or colors together, that's always inspiring me.
Right. I have this quote that goes, don't look for inspiration in others, um, look for it in the moment to moment, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And yes, people, but it's also like those moments that people capture you in is where you can really draw
Yeah.
that inspiration from.
Exactly.
Um, so, what role does faith play in your creativity, in your artistry? Because I think that's like a really big thing for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. What role does faith play? Probably the biggest role, because I think becoming the artist you always knew yourself to be has to do with coming back to yourself. And that comes with finding out who you always were when the Lord created you. Was that your clapping? Thank you.
It's true.
When He created me, He put all these things inside of me. And
Yeah.
now I'm like on the journey of unpacking those things again.
Yeah.
And it's cool because, like I said, it feels like you're coming back to yourself. You realize the kid version of you was always writing, it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
Was always singing, it probably wasn't that good. You know, it was always painting and coloring, and that was something that I took to naturally.
Yeah.
And now I've like gotten better at it as I've nurtured it. So it's
Nice.
been cool.
It's true. It's the coming back to self, right? And so, has there been an event that has kind of changed your trajectory in terms of coming back to self, right? Because sometimes life will just like take us through initiations, really.
Yeah.
And so, is there anything that you can pinpoint that like really brought you back to self?
I think it was definitely a heartbreak. And I know that's pretty common for a lot of people. I had just graduated college and I went through a heartbreak. And I think it's in the means of breaking something or breaking in yourself that you
Yeah.
actually begin to search for yourself.
Yeah.
and definitely search for God. Sometimes people end up searching for other things in the midst, but for me, it was like, okay, I need to figure out who am I and why am I in these cycles that I'm in? What do I genuinely enjoy? What is authentic to me? And how do I pursue that without allowing other people to come in and like knock me off that trajectory?
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Heartbreak,
Heartbreak.
love, absolutely. Do you think love and art influence each other, and is it a risk to do both, to create?
Yes. I think choosing not to love in a romantic sense is very safe. I think when you choose to love, it's a risk either way because you're putting your heart out there for someone else to handle. And sometimes, kind of like in the song, it doesn't get handled in the right way. But I always think that there's something beautiful to come out of it.
Yeah.
Something to be learned from it, something to be created from it. So they marry each other for sure. And I think art in itself is love expressed, whether it's heartbreak or betrayal or compassion, sympathy, excitement, despair. They're all like means of love.
Yeah. So true. You just spoke.
Thank you. Snap, snap, snap.
Literally.
That's what it feels like when you do this. It's like snap, snap, snap.
My version of that.
Yeah.
So this song, I love this song. I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
I'm so excited.
What themes are you touching on this song?
Themes in this song. Definitely like insecure partnership. I think insecure individuals, because I think it's easy to point blame at another person, but you begin to realize that you are also allowing them to put you in that situation. You're allowing yourself to be in that situation and go through the same things again and again.
Yes.
I think there's an air of like, I'm over this confidence kind of thing. But it might be the kind of confidence that's disguising insecurity of like, this really hurt my feelings, but I'm going to act like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because we just want to dance.
Yeah.
Andre 3000 said it. He said it. We just want to dance.
Yes.
So
It's true. Kind of like that fake it till you make it, right?
literally.
Because grief will really take you into a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And I think the first part of it is blame, right? And then it's that accountability portion to why you keep allowing.
Yeah.
So what version of you is this song for? Who are you speaking for in this song?
So I actually wrote the song last year. So it's even more exciting now to get it out when I'm not in that place anymore. I'm speaking to a version of people that don't know their own self-worth and are frustrated by ending up in a cycle again, or frustrated by ending up in a place that they've been before, something that feels familiar and not in a good way. And just encouraging them to like, it's okay to let it go and move on and realize that person may not have liked you the way you thought they did. And that's a good thing.
Right.
It's a good thing.
It is. Part of that process is really feeling the pain, right?
Talk about it.
And I think a lot of what we're taught, or certain people are taught to do, is suppress, keep it moving forward. Life is gonna continue, keep going, right? So I'm so happy to hear that this art came out of that. And now that you are on the other side of that grief, what would you say was your biggest takeaway on love?
My biggest takeaway on love, on the other side of this grief, you have to be a full cup, not looking for someone else to fill your cup. And sometimes the love that you're looking for comes from different areas that are not romance.
Yes.
And that's so amazing. Like the night that I remember processing all these emotions, I hit up my friend and we ended up getting in the studio talking for hours. Just talking, laughing, debriefing, understanding, processing, grieving in a sense. And then creating. And it was like, that helped me put all of it besides myself, and it helped me to reflect on my own role in the situation, and I was able to have like a clearer view of it all.
Yeah.
So that was it was a really cool experience.
So beautiful. Nothing like friendship, really.
Literally.
Like that full cup really comes from your ability to find it in other places, like you said. Absolutely.
Yeah, and receive it when it's already there.
That's big. Receiving. How are you at receiving?
I think I've been getting better. I think I've been getting better. When you recognize that there is a creator of this entire universe that we get to live in, and he already gave me so much, it makes it a lot easier to receive from the people that want to pour anything into me. And also realizing you're never at a lack. So a lot of times I'm able to give without worrying about receiving, and I think that causes me to receive more. Yeah, because I'm like releasing people from the expectation of.
So how do you keep your creativity through maybe a spell of stagnancy? And then how does community play a role in that for you?
That's a good question. So I like to think of myself as creative in a lot of different ways. So when I feel stagnant in one area, I kind of jump to the other area. And at first it used to frustrate me because I felt like I had to do all things at the same time. But then I realized I don't have the energy for that or the inspiration for that. So it's very seasonal. I had this season last winter where all I did was paint and paint between watercolor. And then when I was bored with watercolor, I'd go to acrylic. And when I was bored with acrylic, I'd go back to watercolor. So just the combination of like, okay, if I'm not enjoying this anymore, if this isn't doing anything for me, what's the next thing? I spend a lot of time outside, reading, moving my body. I like to skate. So like there's just different avenues. I feel like that kind of flow into each other.
Right.
And community plays the biggest role because for me as an individual, and I think for a lot of us as creatives, we get in our own head. And people pull you out of your head. Yeah. They remind you to be like right where your body is. Yeah. It's a great thing. But if I'm alone, I'll be floating around in my head, feeling like the day just passed me by.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And community really allows you the space to pour whatever it is that you are holding. Yeah. Right. And you realize once that like is like off of your chest. Yeah. It's like, oh wait. That wasn't that bad, right? Like we could move on and there are solutions and there are people that love me and I'm not,
Yeah, I'm so not alone. True. I'm not stuck. I'm not in despair, wherever you feel like you are after thinking yourself into sickness. Like, like I'm actually not in those places. Let's go hang out with friends.
Yeah. How do you think your identity around music has shifted in all the years that you've been like cultivating this gift?
I think it's been a lot of proving to myself that I am who I think I am in my head. It's kind of like showing up as who you want to be actually makes you who you are. Like it's just really that simple. It's weird, but I think we spend a lot of time dreaming about a version of ourselves. And I was like not confident in being on a mic before. When I released my first project, it was very like scary for me. I was like, I did it. And then I took a long break. And people were like, where's the music? And I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I was scared all over again. Yeah. And feeling like I didn't know what I wanted to sound like or what I wanted to be perceived as or what category of music I wanted to fall into. But I think I'm recognizing that I can do it all, really. And I don't have to be boxed into one type of music or one crowd of people. Right. And that's been encouraging me to just like get back out there and keep doing it.
It's true. Your authenticity is magnetic. And however you choose to show up in a certain season of your life, that's how you're meant to show up. Yeah. Right. And so that season when maybe you weren't that comfortable, things were a little more like that was what it was meant to be, right? In order to put you where you are today.
Literally. The beginning.
Yeah. So how would you describe your sound? Or you still think that you're like finding it or cultivating
it? My sound. I think I've been really loving like jazz. I can't say I'm like jazz in the purest form of the genre, but I think I would have some type of like jazz influence, definitely like R&B, I would call it soul if I had to put it in one sector. I do want to give the disclaimer and say that I don't feel like this song that's releasing fits that genre.
Okay.
But that's kind of what I mean when I say like I could do it all, right? Like we
Yeah.
could create fun music and also sentimental music and also live instrumentation as well as, you know, pre-made beats and like
Right.
it's all means of just expressing yourself.
Yeah.
So I think I would fit in that.
So would you say this one's more like an experimentation, or just
Yeah, I
new
think
creation?
my pot was boiling and I was ready to like spill it out.
Yes.
And it just got spilled out on a track. And then I listened back to the track and I'm like, the track is actually good. Like, why not just share it with the people?
Yes.
So
Thank you for sharing it.
so that's been that.
Is there anything that you are unlearning these days?
Unlearning. All the fake boxes that I've made for myself or other people, or I've like absorbed that other people have just said. All the boxes. So I'm like, I kind of just want to do it. And not feel the need to over explain it. Because I used to have that tendency of like over explaining why or how I'm doing something. But just putting it together, packaging it up, and sharing it with the world.
Right.
That's been
And maybe
cool.
that's like a product of some sort of worthiness that we're like trying to cultivate within
Yeah.
ourselves too. And so it allows, like you said, the over explaining these like shadow parts of us to like kind of
make up for the feeling of it not meaning enough or being worth enough. Yeah.
yeah.
Or making sense to someone else. It's like every area of ourselves doesn't have to make sense to people.
Right.
I think that's cool.
So long as you're cultivating that within yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's kind of like a theme in this next body of music that I'm working on creating right now. It's a lot of like live instrumentation. It's a lot of the songs sound like journal entries. Like you kind of get a glimpse inside of my head without all the glitz and glamour, without all of the needing to make sense. Songs that, similar to jazz, kind of go through sections, so they change as you go. An album that feels like an experience, and it feels like a cohesive body of work that you want to listen to all the way through, because it's a journey.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm working on next. I'm like excited for that.
Is that what we're to expect from you in the
Yes,
future?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm thinking like
Excited.
fall, winter would be like around the time that would be coming out.
Nice. It's exciting. What would you title this season of your life?
I really haven't thought about that. What would I title this season of my life?
Yeah. And it's not finite.
I think it sounds so corny, but it would be something like I'm the one, or like already chosen. It'd be something like that. There was like too many insecure seasons of like wanting to be chosen, wanting to make sense, wanting to be worthy. And now I'm stepping into this season where it's like I literally don't need anybody to choose me because I'm already chosen. I'm already the one. One of one.
Right. And when you move like that, your tree can't be shaken because
Come
you're
on.
solid. Your
Literally.
foundation is there.
Come on.
Congratulations.
I'm built on the rock. Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank
Amari.
you. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part about like creating music? Like when you're in the studio, or whether that you're at home thinking of melodies. Like what would you pinpoint as your favorite part?
My favorite part is hearing it back once it's recorded. And not even in completion, but like
Yeah.
throughout the process, you might record a line, stop, play it back, record the next line, stop, play it back. Because the little voice in your head that says, that's not that good, can't really speak when you hear it. And you're like, that is good. It's good. Like, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And again, it feeds that idea of like, I am who I think I am. So it's like, if I think I'm a singer and I sing on this track, I really am a singer. It's just as simple as that.
Right.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part, hearing it back. I'm like, did I say that? That was bars. Like,
It reinforces those stories that you're already telling yourself.
yeah.
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 What is the biggest why that you're trying to answer right now, if there is any?
The biggest why. I think it would be something along the lines of like, why are we here? Why am I here? And why am I this way? Like, why am I who I am? I'm a thinker and a kinesthetic learner, a visual learner. I'm someone who likes to teach, but I also like to understand. Sometimes I feel like the lines of how many thoughts come to my mind at a time are like so limitless. So why? What purpose is that supposed to serve?
Right.
And when I think about how infinite God is, I don't feel like I'm chasing something that's imaginary. I feel like I've found an answer that's just bigger than my mind can hold, which is very much affirming and reassuring that like I am because he is. I am so I can know him more as I begin to know deeper versions of myself and help other people do the same thing, which has been so great. That's the biggest why.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't think of any shallow why. You know what I mean? Like, why is a
yeah.
question that's like, you have to be sitting with that thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Brain fart.
What if I was like, I just want to be rich and famous? That's my biggest why. I just want to make it.
I feel like when you like talk, I'm like hit with everything, and I'm just like, ooh.
This makes me feel like if I was a rich girl. Na, 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 na.
Well, tell the people where we can find your music.
Yeah, so Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, all under the name Amari Mon'e. And you could find me on social media at amari.mon'e_. I'm on YouTube as well. And yeah, I'd love for them to like tap in with some of my work.
I'm Vanessa. You can find me here at Big Mouth Studios. I love to get down to the nitty gritty. And yeah, bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.